everyone. I'm giggling already because I have a wobbly chair. I feel like I'm on the wonk here. But yes, we are live and we're interactive and we're on Crafters TV. You're joining me on Craft Together this morning at 10 a.m. So I hope you're in joining us or got up or maybe having a line in bed, having a nice cup of tea, maybe a bit of breakfast in bed. Who knows what you're up to? Anyway, hello everyone. I am back from my holes. I've been to Venice, just in case anyone didn't know, and had the most amazing time. So let me know if you've been to Venice or where your most favourite place is, because I've got to say York and Paris are my two favourite places that I've ever been. But I have to say Venice might be up there with them. If not taken over. I loved it. I loved it so much. And I was really shocked because so many people said that Venice was a little bit smelly. I don't know whether we went about the right time of year, but actually it wasn't at all. We went in a gondola ride on the last day, and when you go through that sort of back canals through there, it smells a little bit like Shrek would live there. But you know, it was so pretty though as well, because when you go through, all the shells are all on the walls. They've embedded themselves all on the walls in the back street, so it was beautiful. But no, didn't find it smelly at all. In fact, I found it extremely clean. I absolutely loved it. Just a beautiful place to be, and so nice just to go and relax and have a few days away. But I'm back and I'm raring to go. Can I just give a big shout out as well? I did put it on my socials this morning, but I just wanted to say thank you to Janice Watson, because she sent myself and Ben had a different one, but a little positive pig, and mine's a little positive rabbit. So anyone that didn't see my socials this morning, I've got a happy rabbit, and it says, "Today you are the happiest person." Let me hold it down there so you can see it. How so cute. I absolutely love that. And also a handmade card as well, which is just beautiful, and a handmade box to put it into. I honestly am going to treasure my little rabbit. But I do think that he needs a name. I think, you know, I think it's got to be a girl, isn't it? I mean, it could be Miss Giggles too, because it's my little happy rabbit. But I love it. I love it so much. So Janice, thank you. It's just the best gift to come into after a few days away. So I've got that next to me, and I'm going to keep her in my car as well. So I'm just going to take her everywhere with me. And if ever I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, I'm going to look at that and think, yep, I'm going to be the happiest person today. So yeah. Anyway, let's see who's in to get. Oh, and I need to just do one more thing before. Now, she's not on socials today because we've given her the day off. But our very own Jan Marshall, it's her birthday today. So Jan, happy birthday. I mean, do I dare sing? I mean, yeah, shall we have a sing song? Like everybody, whoever's in this morning, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Jan, happy birthday to you. There you go, there you got a sing song in the morning from me. Rachel's in, so our Radical Rachel's in on socials this morning, so we've given Jan the day off. So I hope, Jan, whatever you're doing on your birthday, have the most amazing day. Let us know what you're up to, and if you're having cake, send me a picture. I mean, I would say send me a slice, but I mean, might not get here in one piece, might be a bit squished in the post, so a picture will be good enough. Rachel's sending you all through this morning, so Janice Watson, she's already in, so Janice, thank you so much. Honestly, I can't even begin to tell you how happy that made me coming in this morning and finding such a lovely gift. It's really thoughtful that someone would, or yourself has sent something in to us, and honestly, it's meant the absolute world to me. The handmade box, I mean, even the box, didn't show you the box, but look how beautiful the box is as well. It's so lovely. Single moments make great memories. I just love that. I mean, so much detailed work's gone into that. So Janice, thank you so much, because it really has meant the world to me. Rebecca Dancer's in. Morning, Rebecca. Louise is also in, saying hello everyone, and Helen Young is also in, saying good morning. And Shell Anne says, welcome back, Debbie Fisher. Thank you very much. I haven't been away very long, but it's been a nice break, just a nice sort of relaxed break. And it's just nice, isn't it? Just to reconnect with your partner and just have that most relaxed time. Right, anyway, today I thought we get to, you know what I love about the Craft Togethers, because not only are we crafting with you, we get to pick what we do. I mean, that's not very often that happens. Normally we're told what to do. Not that we mind, because we like crafting with anything we want. But the one thing that I've never done on Crafters TV is I've never used the balloon sentiment dies. So I thought, coming back, that gives me my opportunity. So I emailed Johnny yesterday and just said, Johnny, can I use the balloon sentiment dies? And I also thought I would do it as a little bit of a craft along, not the same sort of craft along as you would know. But I thought, let's do it in real time and make a card together. So then that way you can look back, look at the project, and you can make it yourself. So I'll tell you all the measurements, tell you exactly what I'm doing, exactly what I'm using. Yeah, and I thought we would just craft along together. Maybe not this morning, because you wouldn't have all your bits with you. But if you want to sort of just whip in and get some bits together, we can certainly have a little craft along together. So it is a craft together, isn't it? So I'm going to show you some samples to start with, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. So you will still find these on the website. I'm thinking they're called flying by, are they called? Let me just get the packaging. Oh, I got it right. The actual dies themselves are flying by. This is the pack. They're absolutely amazing. They are still on the website if you did want to get them and you haven't got them. But I love these dies. I think they're just so useful in so many different ways. So let me show you some of the samples that we've got. I love this one, using them as the stars there. You can trim them off, paper piece them, do lots of different things with them. The kite is just beautiful. How amazing is that? It's just incredible. There's so many different projects that you could be doing with these, making little gift bags like this, love that one, or just using them to say hooray, which has got that little word on there. You can also just trim them off and just use the words themselves. Love this one, so in a shaker card element, so our Marie's done that one. Using them in all different colours in your cardstock. And then if I show you the board, this is the board of all the ones you're getting, so you can see all your different, you've got your hearts, you've got your stars, you've got your balloons there. And I love the fact that we've got this just normal balloon there, so if you didn't want to put the words on them, you could just use any one of these ones and just snip the little one off here. And then if I turn it, no, I knew I'd get it the wrong way. This one, then you've got the kites as well down there, so lots of different ways. And you've got little embellishments as well, so you've got clouds, you've got hearts, you've got stars, so a great little set to have there. It's one of those sort of die sets that is just brilliant to have in your stash. Right, before we get started, let's see if we've got any more comments. If you've got any questions on anything, then let us know. Margaret's saying, hi Debbie, I didn't find it smelly at all. We loved it. It was an amazing place. The churches, the Doge Palace. Oh, I loved the Doge Palace. It was just at Mark Square. We sat outside, we treated ourselves, which is naughty really, because the actual restaurants there, they're so lovely, and they've got violinists out there, but they do charge a lot of money for a drink, but we did treat ourselves to a cocktail there. Just waiting for my Western stuff to arrive. It's around 10:30 to 11:30, which is really quick. Yeah, that's really quick, because didn't the Western only come out, I want to say Monday? Possibly Tuesday. Yeah, no, yesterday Craig was in, Leanne was in with it on Monday, and you're getting it delivered today between 10:30 and 11:30. That's pretty good going. Rebecca's saying, I'm crafted a vintage tag card, cut the tag with the new multimedia tag dies out of basswood. What's basswood, Sam? Sam's in my ear, by the way. Sam in my ear is with me this morning. What is basswood, Sam? Do we know what? He's going to have a look for me. I don't know what basswood is. Is it like, what's that, like veneer wood? Can't think what it's called. Balsa wood. Is it called balsa wood? Is it like balsa wood, Rebecca? Let us know. Victoria is saying, welcome back and good morning, Debbie. Maybe Robbie Rabbit. Bun Bun, quite like that. That's what we call our bunny rabbit, our Bun Bun. I used to have a big white rabbit when I was a kid and I just called it Baby. It was called Baby. That's it, I could call that Baby, couldn't I, after my white rabbit. Robbie Rabbit, quite like, but I want it to be a girl. Yeah, you know, I don't know that I mind a boy, but I think it's a white rabbit. I want to be a girl. But yeah, keep your rabbit names coming in, and I will choose one by the end of the show. Right, now let's get started. Sorry, what's that? The basswood is what, Sam? Oh, so it's for hand carving and it's a soft wood. So I think it probably is like balsa wood then, because that's quite a soft wood and good to die cut. So that would be amazing in the tag. So Rach is saying Robbie could be short for Roberta. Oh, I actually like Roberta. Roberta Rabbit. I like that one. Yes, so let's get started. So first of all, before we use our dies, I'm going to make myself a card blank. So I said I was going to do it all from scratch because I thought that would be really good to, and I'm going to be honest, it helped me out because it meant that I can just do a very quick prep for today, because I didn't have a lot of time to prep. We didn't get back into the country till about 11 o'clock. Well, we got home actually about 11 o'clock on Monday night. So yesterday I literally did a bit of prep for some other stuff I've got this week and then drove up here because I have a 4-hour drive. So and then got to the house and I'm going to wag my finger out Debbie Robinson, because I got to the house and then I thought I needed to wash my hair because I hadn't washed it for a few days because I'd been in Venice. So I thought I'd really need to wash my hair. So I thought I'd do it last night rather than this morning because I had to be in early this morning. So washed my hair and yeah, Rebecca's I've just seen it's like balsa wood. Yes, thank you, Rebecca. I washed my hair and then went to the room, and we always leave a hairdryer and straighteners at the house, and there was no hairdryer. I was like, where's the hairdryer? So text Debbie Robinson and said, Debbie, do you know where the hairdryer is? I think I'm losing the plot. I'm sure it was at the house. And then she sent this text back saying, oh, Deb, I'm so sorry. It's exactly the same as my hairdryer. So she took it with her, realised when she got to the studio, left it in the studio. But by then, the guys had all shut up and gone home. So I couldn't get the hairdryer. So I had to, can you see how like literally limp my hair is today? Because I couldn't dry it. So, but it didn't matter. Luckily, I did it last night. Otherwise, I would have come in wet hair this morning. I had to dry it when I got into the green room. So it's all good. It's all good. So don't worry, Debbie. Right, now you could, if you wanted to, use a card blank, a 7x7 card blank. I'm making mine out of a piece of A3 card. So I'm scoring it literally at 7 inches. Then we're just going to grab our guillotine and we're going to trim that to 7 inches. So just there, right down that centre, and then we're going to trim that again to 7 inches. So that is going to give me my 7-inch card blank. So nice and simple. Pop that to the side. Then we're going to do some mats and layering. So this is what we're going to be using. This is our cutting dies. So that's these ones here, so I'm going to pop those there. Then we're going to also be using, because I want to put an 18 number on mine, so I'm going to use the shaker card numbers. And I've also got our squares in, although I know we've got some, we've just got our stitched edge squares, but no, we didn't get the square ones back in, did we? I think they were the ovals, rectangles and circles. So these ones are just my square nesting dies. And we're going to be using these to cut out as well. So let's pop those to the side. So they're the 3 items that you're going to be needing. So I've got my 7x7 and we've got our dies. So the first thing I want to do is put my mats and layers on. So my first mat and layer, I'm going to use our silver mirror card. So let's give that a trim. So we're going to trim this and we're going to take it in quarter of an inch increments. Yes, Sam, so there are nesting dies on the website. Ah, we've got those square ones in. Sam's just found them. So they are our Crafter's Companion metal die squares. So these ones, exactly the same ones that I've got here, and they're $9.99. So if you wanted to grab those ones, you can get your set of nesting dies. What I like about these ones is they've got really small increments going down, so you only get a really small edge, so I love that one. And I'm hoping, me and Craig have been asking for ages, and we think we might have convinced Leanne to get some bigger ones of them. So they'll be the bigger, so they can actually cut out our full-size cards and do all our bigger mats and layers. So fingers crossed we will get those ones in. Right, so I'm going to go down, we're going to do this one, so we've got 7-inch, and then I'm going to go down to 6 3/4. So 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. And we're doing lots of mats and layering. If you wanted to, you can gut out the middle section. We are going to use this to gut, will it fit? Maybe not. I haven't got my electric machine, I've only got my Gemini MIDI. So then I'm going to come in with my black cardstock, and we're going to go to 6 1/2. So 1/4 inch increments. I do love a good mat and layer. And then our next one we're going to do is our blue cardstock. But the blue cardstock, I'm going to come in at 6 1/4. So 6 1/4 and 6 1/4. So that is going to give me all my mats and layers. But what I now want to do with my nesting dies, so if I just do like that, you'll be able to see, they're going to fit beautifully onto our main card here, like so. And then what I would do, because I haven't got my bigger machine, and what I mean by that is these, my blue one might just fit on there. Because I haven't got my A4 cutting machine, I'm going to leave these as they are and use my scraps. But if you're at home and you've got a bigger machine, use your nesting dies to go into the centre of these ones, and then it will cut them out for you. So what we're going to do to start with is, these are our mats and layers, so I'm going to actually stick these on. And I'm just going to use a tape pen for these ones. Now what I would suggest when you are using a tape pen is to make sure you go around all the sides, because do you ever, or have you ever had a homemade card and you've put it over on the radiator or on the windowsill over the radiator, and then they start to fall apart? That's because you haven't filled the entire edge, so air gets underneath. So if you make sure when you're putting it on that you put that right round those edges, that is never going to go, the air is never going to get underneath and lift that. I'm going to do the same with all our layers. So our black one and then our blue one. So just around all those edges, a little bit in between. I'm just going to keep an eye on your comments. Let's pop that one over the top. And I like the silver, that just gives that little bit of shine around the edges. And then our last one is the blue one, and that's just onto the top. So all the way around those edges, not leaving any gaps. Couple of strips in the middle. I mean, obviously if you like your wet glue, that's absolutely fine to use. If you're using all-purpose, be careful when you're using it on the silver mirror card, because that could take the shine away. So once I've done all of that, I'm then just going to, and I always burnish underneath, it just doesn't take up any little pieces just in case. So just like so, and that's burnished down really well. So we've got a really nice, good base for our card. So I'm going to pop that to the side, because the next thing we want to do, and that's where I'm going to bring in my Gemini plates. We're going to start doing our card mats and layers. So let me just take those three, pop that one to the side, and then bring these in. So what I want to use, we're going to start off with using the second one down, so not the largest one, but the next one down. And that one is going to be our silver. So let's just trim that to size, don't need all of that, like so. And then we want our black one, which is the next one down. That's our black one, trim that one as well. And then our last one is then the next one down. Well, I say last one, we are going to do another one. We're actually going to do a white one as well. So just like so. I don't know whether it's just because it's very early this morning, Sam, but it's very quiet, isn't it, in the studios this morning? It's almost like the calm before the storm. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, Sarah's in tomorrow. That will be the storm, won't it? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. What's Sarah doing tomorrow, Sam? Oh, I might be able to have a look. I don't know. I mean, do we know what the schedule is? Does everyone know what the schedule is? Oh, I'm doing one of them tomorrow. Ah, yes. So I think it'd be all right. I like sharing. Yeah, we can share. Sarah has a takeover day tomorrow, although she's only taking over one show. I've got the others. So and it literally is called a Sarah Takeover. So we will see what's going to be. I haven't seen what's going to be on them. I don't know what antics she's going to be getting up to. I'm sure she'll get up to some. Be nice to see her actually, because I think she's been on holiday as well, hasn't she? So yeah, I think she's been in Spain. So yes, she'll be back fully recharged. So yes, definitely the storm tomorrow. A good storm though. I mean, not a bad one, that's for sure. I'm going to do a couple of these. Let's do that one as well. Pop those in. So this is the great thing with our Gemini MIDI, because you literally just pop them into your folder, run them through. I've got a craft mat that doesn't have any feet on it, so it really does, it keeps slipping. So sorry if the when you're looking overhead, it keeps moving. If Jamie was on Sam, he would be like Debbie, mat's moving. Debbie, to the left. Debbie, pull it down a bit. So there we go. We've got our blue one, got our black one. Oh, got our silver one. We just need our black one. So that's our next one. I quite like crafting like this. Just realised, can I show you my ring, Sam? Look, do you like my new ring? This is from the Murano glass factory. Yeah, it's made out of glass. It was incredible. They actually make them right in front of you, and honestly, it's amazing. So not long, literally, it is the quickest thing ever. He made a horse, Sam, a horse in front of our eyes, which took minutes. Like, I did a video of it. It was I just couldn't get over it. I was like, he didn't just do that. What wizardry did he just do? I mean, he was incredible. They were telling us that the people that make the glass and blow all the glass, it takes them, they are not skilled workers until they've been working for 20 to 25 years on glass. So can you imagine? I mean, I've never seen anything like it in my mind. I remember as a kid in school, I went to a glass factory, and you know where you blow through and you make the sort of the balls and the glasses and things like that. But he literally wasn't doing that. He was sculpturing a horse out of glass. And it was holding at the end and just pulling the legs out of it with almost like tweezers. Wow. I mean, honestly, if you ever get a chance to go to the Murano factory, I'm sure it's the Murano. Yeah, it was Murano. I'm sure that's the word. It was amazing. So, yeah. So I couldn't afford a horse, so I got a ring instead. There were quite a lot of money. You're talking anything from sort of £80 for little ones to hundreds of pounds. I really, really wanted a Da Vinci head. They'd done these faces, you know, the art like Da Vinci does, and but they were like glass ornaments like this, but they were over £1,000. Some of them were like £1,400. They were like amazing. But we did, while we were out there, buy a photograph of some boats, which I just absolutely loved. So yes, so we're hoping one day that the photographer might be famous, and then I might have an expensive print, more expensive than what it cost. Right, so I'm going to keep these pieces because we're going to be using these. So all those offcuts, we're going to be using those to do our die cut with our numbers. So I'm going to pop those to the side. I'm also just going to put all my dies back on. Otherwise, you know what we're like. We're just going to lose them. So I'm going to make sure that I pop these all back. So being nice and neat. That one, and then our last one. So that gives me all of those. Let's pop them back into there. So who's been to Venice? Let me know if you've been to Venice and if you really loved it. So yes, Victoria, you're absolutely right. You're saying use your trimmer to gut the card. That is perfect, your paper trimmer. I did have one actually. I've probably put it back over there. And, oh, sorry, what was that, Sam? I've never walked, I've drove. So Sam is asking me if I've ever walked up to Ali Pali. I think you need a medal if you've walked up to Ali Pali. Oh my goodness. How did you must have just literally, I bet once you got to the top, you just literally fell to the floor because, oh dear. So Sam is saying him and Nicola went to London after walking around London for a day. I mean, that's hard going anyway. And then to walk up to Ali Pali. Alexandra Palace is just stunning. So I've been there many a time. They used to do scrapbooking shows there. So that's where I started my journey with scrapbooking. And you can look out over London at Alexandra Palace. And Ali Pali, I just love it. It's such a lovely place to be. It's beautiful. But Sam and Nicola actually walked right up to it. And it is really, you can imagine it's looking out on the whole of London. So you can imagine what the trek is to get up there. And then he's just saying, then they found out halfway through that they do free shuttle buses that go up there. Sam, that's funny. Oh, that's really funny. So Stephen's in, trouble is you need a holiday to get over your holiday. Stephen, do you know what? Last night I was so shattered when I come up here from doing a bit of prep, didn't get home till late on Monday night, and then driving up for 4 hours. And then I got here last night and I phoned out and I said, I don't know about you, but I am shattered. I felt so absolutely shattered. And I thought, how on earth am I going to get through the next few days? Because I'm not only doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm also doing Saturday as well. Because Saturday, I don't know if you know or you've heard, I'm sure you have, but we've got a pop-up shop again in Newton Aycliffe. So we're literally opening up our warehouse and you can come and shop till you drop. You're going to meet me, Craig, Leanne, Sarah's going to be there, Ben's going to be there. It's going to be a real fun 4 hours. So yeah, I hope you can come up and see us. So anyone that's in the area, make sure you come up. But yes, Stephen, and I thought to myself, I need a holiday to recover from my holiday. But actually, I woke up this morning and I feel as right as rain. So it's all good. It's all good. Stephen's also saying, I like Millefiori glass. That's the one with all the little flowers in it. Oh, that sounds amazing. Oh, Rach is saying that she likes the Millefiori. Janice saying there used to be a small glass blowing shop in Whitby. Oh, I've been to Whitby. I love it there. And Adolci is saying, I have been to a glass factory in Germany. I loved it. They are different prices. Lucky for me. It was a while ago. Maybe I'll go again. Honestly, it was just, I could have spent the whole day in the glass shop and I could have bought loads home. But you know, you can't afford it, can you? Can't afford it all. We love Murano. We got like a big leaf with bugs on the glass. It was amazing. Oh, that sounds, yeah, incredible. They just do amazing things. So yeah, really love that. I love so much about Venice. It's definitely a place I would easily go back to. Right, so we've got all our mats and layers. So I'm actually going to pop these. Oh no, we're not going to pop them on our card because we're going to do our die cutting first. So basically, I've done my mats and layers to match my card base. So once you've got all these mat and layers, these are going to go in the middle. Now we're going to take our balloon dies next, and what you just choose whichever ones that you want to use. I'm going to be using the Make-A-Wish. I think that one's Make-A-Wish. Yep, that's the Make-A-Wish one. So I'm going to be using this one, and I'm going to show you how you can do a frame around the actual design. So let's take that. Actually, I'm going to bring in, did I have it? Oh, I have got it. Look at me being organised this morning. Sam, look, that's honestly not normally me. It's so organised. I've actually got my Gemini Mini because these dies will fit through your Mini. So brilliant one to have if you just want to do some quick crafting. So I'm going to take my black offcut of cardstock. I do need that as well. So but we need 4. It doesn't matter because I've got another piece of black card here. So I think what we'll do is use this one. Would that fit on our balloons? No, actually, no, I'm going to use another one. So let's just take this one down. So just trimming black cardstock. Because we've got the blue on here, I want to use a black cardstock. So all I'm going to do, place that into my folder. I knew I would do that. Look, wasn't very good. I thought I'd cut that well to get 3 inches, and I've put an extra ½ inch on there. So just trimming that down so that fits in my folder. And then we'll just pop our balloon in there. So just like that. I'm putting it to the end so I can get more out of my design. So running that through, and then I always like to run back. There's a bit of a habit that I do actually, and it just gives that extra cut. And then I'm just going to give it a bash. There we go, and that will just come out. So that gives you your one Make-A-Wish. So we're going to use these on the side here. And then I'm going to turn this round so we can get more out of that one piece of card. So onto that piece, pop that over, and we're going to do exactly the same. Run that one through, and then back again. There we go. And that will give us our other one. If you want to, you could do different sentiments. You haven't got to just stick to Make-A-Wish, but I'm going to carry on with that one all the way around. I like it being quite symmetrical with what we're using. And then we're going to place that one that way. And then we can pop that one through as well. So one more just in place. And that's the good thing. You can really position these exactly where you want them and get a nice quick simple cut. So it's just backwards and forwards, and then we've got one more to do. I'm just going to see if, let me just pop that like that. Oh, I think, yes, look at that, we can get that one in there. All I'm going to do is cut that down, and then I know that will all fit onto there. And again, just using my pokey tool just to get those little pieces out like so. Is that the heater in here, Sam? That's is there a heater in here? There's something that's like making cranking noises, and it's not my Gemini. Not sure what that is. So it might be someone's popped the heater on. Right, so that's got all of our balloons. Let's pop that one out. So we've got 4 balloons to make our frame. And I'm just going to make sure I've just took out the little bits ready to use for the next one. There we go. Right, so with the 4 balloons, what we want to do is we want to have them so they're readable. I want them also readable. So this one will go onto this side. So we're going to place them first before we stick them down, because each one you'll need to make sure that they're lining up. Just got a couple of little bits in there to take out. And then this one going to pop onto there. So we're going to have our Make-A-Wish. So you can see they just about, I've done it to the size so it will fit. And then we want this one, which is going to, let me just make sure, we're going to pop that one. So this is where we're going to change things a little bit, because this one will go here up to the top, and then this one, now can you see what's happened? We've got it upside down. So all we need to do is we're going to snip that off, and we're going to turn it round. So that way we get the Make-A-Wish at the top and the bottom, and then your balloon will just go onto this way, like so. So can you see how easy it is? And no one would notice that you've took that apart. Now this is going to be your piece that's going to go in the middle. So what I want to make sure I do is not go where that is. So we're just going to move these up a little bit, to make sure that we've popped these in the right place, like so. I'm not worried. If you want them, you could, if you wanted to make them meet. So we can just place them a little bit down, like so, and then inwards like that. And don't worry about it being too perfect. So that one I can see, if I pop that across there, we're going to go that way a little bit. There we go. And then once you know where you've placed them, that's where you want them to go. I think I've actually stuck my card down. I'm going to make sure, oh yeah, we've got that the right way. That can be stuck in afterwards, but I'm just going to make sure that we've got that roughly where we want it. And then all I'm going to use now is my little tacky glue in my intricate glue bottle, because that's the best thing I find to use. It's stuck to my little bit of, I put literally a little wet wipe inside. And to stop that sticking, if you get a little spritz, your water spritzer, and spritz inside to make that a little bit damp, it will stop your pin sticking to it. But I obviously didn't do that last time, so, but it's fine. So I'm just going to wipe my pin, pop that back in there. Just for anyone that doesn't know, I've used just the end of a water bottle. So that's your water bottle where the lid goes. And it's perfect because then you can put your pin inside so you're not going to lose it, unless you pick it up like me like that. But let's pop that there. And then that's ready to go. So let's start with this bottom one. So we're just going to use this. And I love this glue bottle because it really is just that right amount of glue that comes out. And that's exactly what you need. Oh, thank you, Sam. Sam's loving my ring. So he's a big fan of my ring. Yeah, I loved it. I'm one of these people, now I don't know if anyone else is like me. I'm one of these people that know when instantly if I will like something forever. Now, I know that sounds really strange because lots of people go off things, don't they? It's like, do you know when you decorate a room and you like something, but you know it's not, I would just know that I was going to go off it. Where I could buy wallpaper and think, I could live with that forever. Even though you know you're not, because you're going to redecorate. I'm the opposite of your mum. Ah, wow. Yeah, so Sam's saying that his mum's the opposite. She'll be changing things all the time. The living room, like a few months later, will be a different way round. No, I'm just one. I'm a very easy person to please. But I know when I'm going to like something. So like I'll be looking for something specific, but then I just know when I found it, and I just know that that is me and that I love it. And the ring was the same, and I thought I'd get a red one because then it goes with my ruby on that side. So, but yeah, and it feels nice. You think it would be really chunky because it looks quite chunky, but it's just, yeah, I just love it. I'm worried though, because it's glass, I'm worried that it might crack, but I think what they do is they process to harden it. And I'm wondering if that's how you temper glass. I don't know if anyone knows this. Maybe they can let me know. But what they do, because the glass is so hot and it's hot for a long time, they cool it down in different periods so it hardens and it doesn't shatter. So it takes a long time to cool it down. It's not like they just place it straight in cold water because then it would just shatter, or they put it in a fridge. They have to, it's a special process that helps the drying. So I thought that was really clever, and I thought, I wonder if that's how you do tampered glass, so it doesn't shatter. Just makes it more safer, doesn't it? And then we're going to do our next one. So let's pop that one into place. So we're going to do that just so it looks like our balloon hasn't been cut from there. There we go. And then our last one, I think we've just about got that right. Let's just keep an eye on, is it Adolce? Oucha. That's good. You keep going. I keep saying Oucha. I never get that your name stuck in my head, and it's such a beautiful name as well. Ulcha is saying, Debbie, isn't the card too heavy with all those layers? It's a really good point, Oucha, because yes, quite possibly it is. And lots of people would know now that I would make those same layers on the inside of my card. And I always do it for my dad, because my dad thinks that if you've got a weighty card, you've got a good quality card. So when I'm doing his Father's Day card, it will be a case that I'll make sure that that he knows I've put some weight into that card. So right, let's pop that like so, and then that's going to go in a little bit. So let's just move that in. Right, so we can move that one across there. There we go. And that's the good thing with using a wet glue as well. You can reposition it for a little while before it actually dries. There we go. Look at that. So yes, so Oucha, I would say, yeah, put layers on the inside to balance it out, so it's not too heavy. And if not, gut it out the middle section of the card, like someone else said, just use your paper trimmer. Alex is saying, welcome back, Debbie. On a visit to Germany in the 60s, we went to a glass blowing and watched various things being made. My mum bought a little glass tortoise and a tiny duck, and I still have them. I absolutely love that. How nice is that? Yeah, it was a really lovely place to go, and it did remind me of years ago when I went to, I can't even remember where the glass blowing factory was that we went to. I remember it being on a school trip, and just such a lovely place to go to. Debbie said, I know what you mean, but I am the same as you. When I love something, it's almost forever. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. But it's funny, isn't it, how you just know. I think that's let me just hold that up. Yeah, I've done that a little bit wonky. I'm just going to take that up again. And that's the good thing, we're not burnishing down. Just going to hold that up. That will do. And pop that on. And then our other layers then, let's pop them together. This time is going so quickly. So tomorrow morning we're doing, or I'm doing, me and Sam again, Sam in my ear, we're doing Craft Your Stash. So I actually thought the one thing I love and use loads and all the time is masking tape, not masking tape, washi tape. I love washi tape. So I thought, let's do a Craft Your Stash on washi tape tomorrow. So if you like your washi tape, or you're not quite sure what to do with it, tune in tomorrow at 10 o'clock, because I'm going to be showing you some different ways of how to use your tape. And then our last layer, which is our white layer. So we're just going to place that one onto the top as well. So just making sure we've got enough glue on there. And Pat Perry said, Debbie, can you please explain your glue station? Yes, Pat, I did do it a little bit earlier, but maybe you've just tuned in. So basically, my little glue station is the top of a bottle. So if I just bring in my bottle of water here, can you see? It's just the top of your bottle of water. And all I do is put my scissors in once it's empty, and obviously not when it's full, and just take the top off. And it doesn't matter what bottle you use, our little glue bottles fit brilliantly into the top of them. So you just get rid of your actual lid and it sits in the top there. And what it does is it keeps your glue always immersed in your pin. So your pin never goes rusty and your glue's ready to use straight away. And then I've put a little bit of sellotape just across the bottom that just stops everything from falling out. And it also means when you're not using it, your pin can go inside there, and then you're not going to lose it. If you put a little cloth, I've just put a little wet wipe inside mine. That way, when you put if you're not using your glue every second, it won't dry out the top as well. So that will just hold it in there until you're next ready to use. And then when you finish, put your pin back in. But that's all it is. It's a plastic bottle of water. You never know, maybe I need to talk to Leanne and tell her we need to pimp it up and have a crafter's companion one. I actually think that would be quite a good idea, wouldn't it? Yeah, I reckon we should make a purple one, shouldn't we? That's all it needs to be. A bit more posher than the top of the bottle of water, but I'm sure that would really work. Right, so we've got our card blank here. So the choice is yours on what you do on the front, but what I'm going to do is bring in my shaker numbers. So I love these. They're something I use all the time. I just think they're absolutely brilliant. I'm not using them as a shaker number. They're stuck, my packaging is stuck. So I'm just trying to, there we go. And we're going to do an 18. Now, I don't want the full thing, so all I'm going to do is use my middle section. I think I've got, let me just see if I've got one in there. There it is, that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to use the 1, and we're going to, oh, that's funny, I've got the 8 as well, so that's exactly what I need. And I'm going to use the 8. So I'm using the middle sections of these. The great thing is with these is that you get all your different ones. You get 3 different layers to create your shakers. And then I'm going to use the today as well. So we're going to pop 18 today. I'm wishing now that I'd made this card, although blue could be still for a girl. My niece is going to be 18 this year, so it would have been nice to do a 18 card, this one for her, but I'm sure she wouldn't mind a blue one, but I think she's more of a pinky sort of girl. Right, and we're going to cut these out of all of our colours here. So, well, I say all of our colours. I'm going to bring the blue and the black back in. So we're going to do both. So I'm going to do the, I think we can just about fit them on through. Oh, actually, I'm not going to struggle. We'll just bring our Gemini MIDI back in. Where did I put my plates? There we go. So let's just do the first one. We're going to do that in blue. And I'm also going to do the today as well. I mean, you could be 81 today, couldn't you? In fact, that's my dad's age, 81. I'm sure he'll appreciate me telling everybody that he's 81. He's very good for 81, my dad. Very independent, still drives. Right, so that's given us those ones. And then we're going to do exactly the same, but in the black. So we're just going to place them onto the black. Do the same with the today. Take those little pieces out and pop those through as well. So take them bits, pop that in. Let's do the one and that one and run those through. I should really, I'm being quite risky as it happens, but it will be fine. So yeah, I would say that if you don't want your dies to sort of move, then just take them down inside. Strong old suckers on those machines. So let's take all these ones out and let's start finishing our cards. So we've got our 8 and 8, so they're those 2. And then just going to make sure I've got my dies, pop them back in there. And then we've got our today. So today there, and our 1. Right, so we've got all of our pieces to mat and layer. Just want to make sure I don't lose any of them dies. Pop them back on there. And let's just keep moving this, sorry. There we go. Pop that there. Let's just have while I'm just looking here, I'm just going to look on my messages here. So Janice is saying, I poked some small holes around the bottle top to put the pin in. Oh, Janice, that's a brilliant idea, of course. I don't know why I didn't think about that. That's so good. I'm going to do that right now. So Janice is saying, if you put a couple of holes, yeah, just around, wherever, so we could put one each side, your pin, Janice, that's a brilliant idea. Look at that. So I've put my pin in the side. I love that idea. Thank you, Janice. Alex is saying, Debbie, I have had to watch the washi tape later. I have my 4-year-old grandson. I take my 4-year-old grandson to play school on Thursday at 10 a.m. He starts school in September, so my mornings will be mine again. You'll be really sad though, won't you, Alex? Because it's so lovely when they're so young and they grow up so quickly. My granddaughters, my Ruby has just turned 10 and my Ava has just turned 6, and it feels like just minutes weeks ago that they were at nursery. Ash is saying, oh, I've missed this. I'm going to have to watch it back. So yes, Ash, you will. We've done it a bit like a craft along. So at the end, you'll be able to go back and re-watch it and craft along with me. So I've given you all the explanation and all the sizes of everything that we've done on the actual card. So we're now just doing the numbers. So if you wanted to make this for anybody or wanted to put a topper on the card, that's the nice thing about this card. Once you've done this basis of the card, you can put anything you want in this. You could put a picture inside, it could be a scrapbook picture, you could put a verse, so you could stamp a verse in there, you could put any toppers that you've got in there, which would be amazing. I'm thinking if you did this pink and you use maybe one of the maybe the card, you know, Betty the car from the little toddler collection, the sassy collection, or even one the fairy or the little sassy girl. So it would just be a beautiful card. You could pre-make lots of cards like this and then just add to whatever somebody wants those cards to do. So what I am going to do is we're going to mat and layer. So again, I'm going to use my little glue bottle. I'm going to use the blue over the top of the black. So again, we're just going to place this. And the reason I've cut the black is because I just want to give it a little bit of framing and add that shadow, because it just makes a big difference and it makes it pop, the actual word pop. So we're just going to go around with the glue, and then that will go, to do that onto there. And we're just going to leave just that small amount of black all the way around. Just tap it into place. Don't move it too much because it's a wet glue, so it'll be a little bit slippery, just for a few minutes. And then if I pop it there, can you see how much that pops now? Because even on a blue background, you're going to be able to see that through. So that's our today. We're going to do the same with our, we're going to do it the opposite way round now. So because I want to put the black on top of the blue this time. So just circling. And you can see, because it's a nice intricate bottle, your glue flow is so much better with these bottles. I think you'll find them on the website as well. And then we're just going to place that like so. Again, I'm just tapping it in rather than rubbing it down, because a wet glue could slide about. And then the good thing is that we can move that about where we need it. And then we're going to do the same. The black is going to go onto the blue. So placing glue onto there, and then I'm just going to pick this one up. It's harder to sort of pop that down. And there we go. Can anyone else hear the drilling? You probably can't hear it through, but someone's obviously drilling today. I can hear it. Is it really? Oh, so that might be Christina in the kitchen. I thought it was someone drilling. Christina's not in the kitchen drilling. I think she's probably whisking something, isn't she? What's the day today? It's Thursday. It's a special today. Christina, I'm not happy with you today because Christina's got corned beef today, and I don't like corned beef. It's the only time I don't have the today's special because, yeah, she'll do a corn. I'm not sure what it is, a corned beef hash? Beef pie, I don't know, but it's corned beef and I don't like corned beef. So yeah, so Christina, that's not for me today. So we're going to place this on here, and I think I'm going to put some foam pads. We've got a little bit of time to do that. So I am just going to, I've only got, 4 minutes, that's not long, is it? So I'm going to just trim these down at the sides, and that will then help with placement. So let's do one at the side there, and this will just give a little bit of height. Those thicker ones there, there's another thicker one there. Let's put one at the top, and I'm going to put one down that bit just to hide that. And then this one will go on the bottom. And then we just want one more going through that middle section. And actually, I think I will do this one, but we'll just cut that into 2 parts. So that will go onto there and onto there. So there we go. And the good thing is that the, I was just going to say the backings come off really easy, and then I was struggling with the first bit, but yes, they do. So let's just take all of those off. And I always say it, you don't need to take them all off, because as long as they're only enabling you to have that dimension, as long as some of them stick. But I say that every time and then end up picking them all off. So I don't know why I say that. So I hope you've enjoyed the last hour. You can go back and create this card yourself, which will be really good. And we're going to do this as our 18th card. I'm just going to make sure that we've got these right here. So I'm putting them together. That's like that. Making sure they're well done. If you really want to stick them firmly, although they are quite sticky, use some glue on the back of your pads as well. That will also help you to sort of manoeuvre them about if you want to reposition them. But I've just stuck them down because they'll be absolutely fine. And then we're just going to put that going across the middle, across there. So there we go. Look at that for timing, Sam. So we've got our 18th birthday card. If I turn that round so you'll be able to see it. And there we go. We've got our 18th beautiful birthday card done in real time from start to finish, which means you can do that as well. Right, we've literally got just over a minute left. We've got Alex and saying, Debbie, I actually can't wait for him to start school. I've done almost 4 years of waking up or walking up a steep hill to take his big sister to school. So Elliot will be taken to the Breakfast Club by his dad, and Alcha said, my granddaughter just turned 14 and the others become 16. I want to make something with Sweet 16. You could do this sort of card and have Sweet 16 on there. And Rach saying, yeah, I'm with you, corned beef, yuck. Yeah, I don't like corned beef. And Pat is saying, thank you, Debbie, a super card. You're very welcome. Now, I'll be back in just over an hour with Ben. We have, in fact, I need to look because I don't even know what I've got on. That's how terrible I am just getting back into it. Wake Up Call, of course it's Wake Up Call. Wake Up Call's always at 12 o'clock. We've then got Craft Vault at 2 o'clock and beautiful beginnings tonight at 5 o'clock. So I hope you can join us for the rest of the day. I've had a lot of fun this morning. Thank you for all your welcomes back. Thank you, Janice, for my little positive bunny. Oh, I didn't get any more names on my bunny. I like Roberta. Should we just call her Roberta Rabbit? I like that. Yes, we might as well have Roberta. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us for this last hour. But do come back in an hour's time where me and Ben will be coming to you with Wake Up Call. And you're not going to want to miss that because Ben's been back from his holidays too.